Monster Jam is an experience like no other. A phenomenon that is trending across the world. Born from raw power. Driven by fearless competitors. Strength is measured in horsepower. And emotions that are pushed to their edge. But the true force, the spark that ignites it all, is you, the fans.
You are the roar that pushes us to drive harder.
And go higher. We need your energy. So get up! Get loud!
Every clap. Every cheer. This is your house.
This is your moment.
We can feel it.
We can hear you.
Arlington, are you ready? Arlington, I said, are you ready? Are you ready for Monster Jam?
Arlington, this is Monster Jam!
Our first competition of the event is JCB Racing. All 12 trucks have been seated into a bracket based on their race times from our event last weekend in Minneapolis. The 4 fastest drivers receive an automatic bye into round 2. But up first, 8 Monster Jam superstars are going to race head-to-head. So Arlington, I can already hear it. I know the answer, but are you ready for some JCB Racing?
Oh, they sound ready to me, and kicking us off in this competition, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. His opponent, Kevin Crocker, Megalodon. Tristan still looking for his first JCB Racing victory of the season. Kevin Crocker has one. Who moves on? Let's go green! And running away with the victory, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. He'll be moving on to round 2 to face off against Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. Now take a look at the times here on the video board. These go down to 1/1000th of a second. Same thing they use at the Kentucky Derby. We'll find out here the Monster Jam time in an 18.730 for Tristan England, JCB Digatron. He's moving on to round 2. Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. His opponent, Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. Mike Pagliarulo has been on fire in the last few events, but still looking for his first racing win. Cynthia trying to hold him off. Here we go. And your winner, Excalibur. He's going to be moving on to round 2 of JCB Racing. And down goes Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. Now, I do see smoke coming from Excalibur if you take a look at his truck. So, will there be an issue with the transmission? We'll have an update for you here shortly. 19.166 for Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Moving on to round 2. Cynthia Gauthier goes down with a 20.104 here in JCB Racing. In your third competition, it's Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Battling it out with Jim Kohler, Avenger. Jamie and Jim meeting here in round 1. Both still looking for the first racing competition win. This has been a competition where both of them have kind of struggled throughout this series. Who gets on top this time and moves on? Here we go! Close competition. Seeing if we need to go to the the Monster Jam timing system. Who got the victory? Was it Sparkle Smash or Avenger? Still waiting from official word up above, and here's a super glued to the action replay. And your winner, Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, just taking it. Closest race of the evening, and Jamie Sullivan moving on to round 2 of JCB Racing. Down goes Jim Kohler, 19.515 does not get it done, but we still have one more matchup in round 1 of JCB Racing. Say hello to Matt Pagliarulo, Chester. Facing off against Joe Foley, El Toro Loco. Jester facing off against El Toro Loco, who's moving on. Your final matchup of round 1. Another competition where both these drivers have been struggling as well, but Matt Pagliarulo has made it to a final so far this series, still looking for his first competition win. Can Joe get that momentum? Let's do it! And your winner, El Toro Loco, Joe Foley, moving on. Says no struggles today. Runs away with that victory. And El Toro Loco will be moving on. 19.372, the official time for El Toro Loco. Tristan England, JCB Digatron, had the fastest time in round one. We'll find out who takes it here in round two and moves on to the semifinals.
It is time for round two of JCB Racing. These are the fastest drivers from round one. They will now go head-to-head against those 4 drivers that received that automatic bye into round two. So Arlington, are you ready for some more JCB Racing? Let me hear it.
Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. Facing off against Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Major implications on the line. 10 points separates Tristan from the top spot. Camden Murphy trying to hold on. Tristan set at the line. Camden moving forward. He's going to reconfigure himself right here. So whoever moves on will be getting a few more points than the other. So major implications. They are set. Let's go, green! And getting the victory, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. He's moving on to the semifinals, and things just got interesting. Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher, I think he heads to the back, so might experience some breakage there. And that time, I believe that was the slowest time so far, 25.535. So Camden drops the ball in that competition, and Tristan, staying with the 18.773, has the fastest 2 times of the evening and the only driver to make it into the 18. So Tristan coming out swinging. Major implications. He's moving on to the semifinals. But coming up next, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. Facing off against Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. This is a matchup of last Saturday's racing finals where Adam Anderson was able to take the victory just barely over Mike. It was the closest race we had all series. Does that continue? Let's go! And your winner, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, takes the victory. And, you know, Mike had some style points there. Fastest time of the evening is what I'm told as well. So Adam had the race regardless of the mistake there from Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Lindsay, I just want to talk to you really quickly, Lindsay, because we saw Jim Kohler head to the back, and then Camden Murphy was struggling in that race. Do we have any update on what was going on with those trucks?
I'm about to follow Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher, out to the pits and figure out exactly what's going on. I'm currently seeing the crew head out to take a look at Avenger, but I know we're having a lot of issues with those 2-speed Power Glide transmissions at the moment, having a little bit of issues with shifting. That is actually also what happened to Lucas Stabilizer. It did sound like she was missing a gear, so potentially only in that first gear during that entire race, which of course we know is difficult during JCB racing. So I'm about to follow them back there and see what's going on. But nonetheless, pretty cool wow moments there out of Mike Pagliarulo and Excalibur.
Yeah, I thought Mike was going to be able to save that. Unfortunately, has the rollover. We're going to get him clear on the track. But Eliza, you're talking to the people here in the stadium. What's poppin'? Getting back to the action on the track. Chris Kohler, Mayhem. Battling it out with Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. This also has major implications for the point standings for Chris Kohler, driver of Mayhem, currently third in the overall point standings, so he's going to need a good run here. Jamie Sullivan does have a competition victory in racing, so we'll find out who gets it this time. Here we go. Moving on to the semifinals, Chris Kohler, Mayhem. Take a look at the super glued to the action replay. Won it handily, and he has an 18.987, so he is now the fourth driver to make it into the 18s. So far, JCB, Digatron, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, Excalibur, and now Mayhem joins his drivers in the time of 18.987. Back on the track, El Toro Loco. Facing off against Colt Stevens, Thunder Roars. Colt already at the line, and he's been amped up for this one. As I said, he's a Houston boy, but right now he has to face the bull right across from him. So here we go. Your winner, El Toro Loco, and unfortunately, you can see it on the track. Take a look at that BKT tire. You see, it is not rotating, it is not spinning. He finally got it unlocked for a second, but that should be a broken front axle is what I'm hearing. Of course, we'll have an update from Lindsay. And as I said, they're not only battling the track conditions, they're battling these trucks as well throughout the competition. Down goes Colt Stevens, Thunder Horse with the DNF. He's going to have to make up a lot of time here. It's glued to the action replay, and unfortunately, you see it just on the first turn. Just locked up, that tire was not spinning. Colt Stevens, not how he wanted to start, but still a great driver nonetheless. Your semifinals are set. JCB, Digatron, Gravedigger, Mayhem, and El Toro Loco.
It is time for the JCB Racing Semifinals. These are the four fastest drivers we've got tonight here in Arlington, all gunning for the first 12 points of this event, as well as that top spot on that BKT leaderboard. But only one is going to walk away with it. So Arlington, let's keep it going. Are you ready for some semifinals?
Let's see what you guys think. If you think Gravedigger's moving on, let me hear you make some noise. Or if you think JCB Digatron's headed to the finals, let me hear you make some noise. The people have spoken, but the drivers have to do it. Here we go. Close competition. We're going to go to the replays. Who took this win? They both had the fastest times of the night going into that race. Adam had it. Tristan had the third fastest time. Take a look at the screen. Your winner, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. 18.495, and down goes Tristan England, eliminated in the semifinals. Adam Anderson's moving on to his second JCB Racing Finals of the series. If you think Mayhem's going to the finals, let me hear you make some noise. Or if you think it's going to be El Toro Loco moving on, let me hear ya. There can only be one. Who will it be? Mayhem or El Toro Loco? You have yourself Chris Kohler out there and Joe Foley getting set at the line. We have one driver set, waiting for the other to get set. Let's go racing! And he's moving on to the finals. Chris Kohler, Mayhem. Takes out Joe Foley, El Toro Loco. You see on the super glue, glued to the action replay. Just takes it. 18.720. Joe Foley with the 19.634, eliminated in the semifinals, but still a great start there for Joe Foley. And your finals are set. Mayhem facing off against Gravedigger right here on a Saturday night in Arlington. It's the JCB Racing Finals.
Arlington, we've made it to the JCB Racing Finals. Make some noise for that. Come on. These are the two fastest drivers we've got tonight. Unbelievably fast. Only one of them is going to walk away with those first 12 points of the event and that top spot on that leaderboard. So Arlington, we need it now more than ever. Are you ready to meet your finalists?
A three-time Stadium Series champion and a five-time World Finals champion. Competing since 2005 from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger! He's looking for his first racing competition victory of his career in stadiums. The 2023 Rookie of the Year award winner from Columbus, Michigan, Chris Kohler, Mayhem! Gravedigger is set at the line. Chris inching his way forward. Mayhem is set. Let's go racing! And Arlington taking his first career stadium racing victory, Chris Kohler, Mayhem! goes through the gauntlet of drivers and says, get out of my way. I'm walking away with some hardware, earning the first 12 points of today's event. Chris Kohler able to get it done against Adam Anderson. Take a look at the glued to the action replay. A close race, but Chris Kohler walks away with it, and he's still circling the track out there, getting his first stadium racing competition win, and they flip-flop times. Chris Kohler mayhem with the 18.480, Adam Anderson with the 18.721. In the semifinals, Adam Anderson had the 18.4 and Chris had the 18.7. So Chris gets it done when it matters most. And we're gonna get him out of the truck if you make some noise. So let's give it up for the boy from Columbus, Michigan. He's ice cold, Chris Kohler, mayhem.
Chris, congratulations. This is absolutely a huge moment for you. You may have just heard Ray say it, and I saw your dad looking on. He was watching the TV back here. Your first stadium win here in your career, JCB Racing. What was going right for you here tonight? I know you were in it for revenge.
Well, technically it's my second win. I'll tell you right now, this building right here, it's a blessing to me. I love you fans. This is like a second hometown for me. This is the second time I've won racing in my career, and it both happened in this building. Couldn't be even better. I got the Project Torque Body, Freddie. That one's for you, brother. That one's for you guys. We're only gonna keep going. Racing's just the beginning. I'm a freestyler. That's what we're known for. We're gonna take this truck to the moon, baby.
And of course, now you're going into skills as well. What can we expect from your team?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, our schools is kind of on or off. You know, hopefully it's good, but it's a shot in the dark. I mean, this track out here is awesome. The dirt's perfect, so hopefully we see some sweet skills. I think I'm going to do a nose wheelie. We'll see what happens. It all depends on the conditions, but honestly, I'm over the moon right now. Winning racing, I couldn't ask for anything more. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations on your win. Monster Jam fans, make some noise. Chris Kohler, your driver of Mayhem.
It's time for the skills competition. Kevin Crocker, Megalodon. Kevin Crocker on the pod, lining up for his first attempt.
Kevin Crocker in Megalodon. You've got 20 seconds to head on over to judgeszone.com and submit your scores.
Kevin Crocker says, let me just take this for a spin real quick, get some big air with the sky wheelie coming off of the ramp, and just a beautiful jump. Kevin Crocker, I know we've talked about Cole and talked about JCB, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Kevin Crocker is actually from Conroe, Texas, so another Texas boy in the house. Score coming up for Megalodon is a 6.523, so a solid score there to get us started in the skills competition. Megalodon is now the driver to beat, but coming up next, from Osteen, Florida, it's Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. And Matt backing up a long ways. Just taking his time getting into this first attempt. I think we're going to see a popper. Gets up top, and here he goes.
Jester. Head on over to judgeszone.com. Submit your scores.
Matt Pagliarillo with a great start in that attempt. He was able to pull off the popper and held it steady. Fortunately, just moves too close to the other side of the ramp and has the rollover. But Matt Pagliarillo, I mean, I would say this still has a chance to take the top spot. It all really depends on that expert score. 6.523 is a score to beat. You see there in the super glue to the action replay. Just gets too close to the other edge, tries to throw it back, and unfortunately with the rollover. Scores are locked, 6.523, and the score for Jester is just a little bit short in a twist. Expert score higher than the fan score, 6.5 to a 6.057. Still good enough for second place in the competition. We're gonna get Matt on all 4 feet. But Liza, I think you're hanging out with some fans.
Of course I'm hanging out with some fans. What else would I be doing? I met Ryan and Royce. Ryan is Royce's dad, if you couldn't tell, not quite the other way around. All right, Ryan, you wanna tell us how many Monster Jams have you been to?
Oh, I've been to a lot, maybe like 15.
Whoa, 15 Monster Jams. So you're a real big fan. Now you got to tell us who's your favorite Monster Jam truck.
Of course, the legend, Gravedigger.
Make some noise for Gravedigger, Ryan says. Okay. All right, well, I've got some good news for you. We're going to play a game. You might go home with a prize. So take a look up at the video board. We're going to play some slider trivia. So what is the top speed of a Monster Jam truck? They might be faster than you think. That slider is going to move across the screen. You just got to tell it to stop over the answer. So let's kick off that slider.
Let's stop here.
Whoa! You might be right on the money there. I hope it's 100 for your sake. Well, let's see. What is the top speed of a Monster Jam truck? Dude, it's 100! Congratulations, Ryan and Royce. Well, Ryan, you're going to have to teach Royce how to use this. You're going home with your very own son of a digger, Monster Jam Losi LMT. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for that.
Your current leader in the series in the point standings, Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. Camden Murphy's going to need a big run here. Unfortunately, was eliminated in JCB Racing due to the breakage in his truck, so has to bounce back. And I think he knows it, so lining up on the ramp, taking his time.
Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. Head on over to judgeszone.com.
And unfortunately, I think I put the announcer jinx on Camden. Gets into the popper, and it did look a little bit slower than what I typically see from Camden. So I wonder if that truck is running at 100%. We saw the issues in JCB Racing, and then once again in the skills competition, unfortunately, just might have been underpowered, or he got caught on the dirt there. You see on the super glue to the action replay. Camden Murphy, an extremely strong driver, and unfortunately just a slow start here in Arlington. Scores are coming up, a 6.523 score to beat, and the score for Classroom Crusher is... takes the top spot, actually, with that, a 6.556. So Camden jumps over Kevin Crocker, 6.556. And he is now your driver to beat in the competition. They get him from one side of the truck to the other. Lindsay do we have any update on what's going on behind the scenes?
Thanks, Ray. Back here in the pits, and of course, I'm right here in front of Avenger. This is a huge job back here. You can take a look as the entire team right now is working on putting in a new third member. Of course, you know the third member is really such an important part of the Monster Jam truck, essentially moving that energy, that power, that torque into the axles here in the housing. So it's a pretty heavy part here. You can see the team moving to be able to get it in, and it did take quite a bit to be able to get it out, actually. It ends up being a little bit stuck. So this is a tough job for this team. They're looking to get back in skills. They said no matter what, they will definitely be back for freestyle.
The youngest competitor in the field at just 21 years old, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Mike lining it up on the kicker. Going to see a popper coming off on this into a rebound popper. Combination moves is what he's attempting. Can he pull it off? All right, first part is down. Gets into the popper with a nice bounce.
Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Head on over to judgeszone.com.
Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Maybe a little bit of frustration coming out there on the track with that drive, and just revs the engine, takes off to the other side. What he was trying to do was a rebound popper. That's where you bounce the back tires off of the track and get back into that popper position. Fortunately, doesn't pull it off. Scores are locked, and the score for Excalibur is taking the lead, a 7.019. That is now your competitor to beat here in the skills competition. From Quebec, Canada, Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. And now Cynthia lines up on the ramp. Should be seeing that popper. Here she goes. Hitting you with the moonwalk. Can she make it across?
Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. Submit your scores now, judgeszone.com.
Okay, I like that run there from Cynthia. Gets into the popper, moonwalk across the pod, and out she makes her way from the window. Cynthia Gauthier from Quebec, Canada in the house. 7.019 is the score to beat. Will this have a chance? Let's take a look at the Glued to the Action replay. Here was the moonwalk, so comes in at an angle going up the pod and just kicks her off of it. So was not able to get all the way across, but still an execution on the track. 7.019 in the score for Cynthia Gauthier is... You got a new leader, 7.675. Lucas Stabilizer, now the driver to beat here in the skills competition. And a great run there from Cynthia. But you saw him take the JCB Racing victory. Making his way back to the track. Can he take another competition win? Chris Kohler, Mayhem. Now Chris heads to the big ramp. Let's do it. And there it is, gets into that popper, just inching forward across the pod. A balancing act, can he save it? Yes, he can.
Incredible hang time there from Chris Kohler in Mayhem. Head on over to judgeszone.com.
Oh, he's feeling good. Chris is feeling good. What's up, Chris? Telling you to go to judgeszone.com, lock in those scores. And a great move from Chris Kohler. Take a look at it. So nice. We got to see it twice. You see here, gets on his the handstand right here, front two BKT tires, moving across the pod. And the score for Mayhem is... boom! Takes that top spot, 8.238. Chris Kohler feeling himself, but look at that, the expert score, over a point difference from the fan scoring. So the fans liked it a little bit more. Nevertheless, he's the driver that takes that top spot. But coming up is the man who fell to him in the racing finals. Can he steal away a lead from Mayhem? It's Adam Anderson. It's Gravedigger. Adam Anderson lining it up. Think he's gonna go for a slap wheelie.
Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. Head on over to judgeszone.com. 20 seconds to submit your scores.
Adam Anderson pulls off the slap wheelie, but maybe not the speed that he thought he was going to hit that pod, and the bounce came just a bit late with the air. I think he was trying to pop those back tires to give him a little bit more of a pop, but is able to pull off the move. So a traditional move out there for the 21-year Monster Jam veteran. 8.238 is still the top score. 6.641 for Adam Anderson. Gravedigger Mayhem remains the driver to beat. From Leicester, Massachusetts, Joe Foley, El Toro Loco. Now I think we're going to see a slap wheelie from El Toro Loco. And pops it. Give me a save, give me a save, give me a save.
Joe Foley and El Toro Loco. Submit your scores now, judgeszone.com.
I like that those went back-to-back, because I told you Adam Anderson and Gravedigger went for the slap wheelie, but those back tires didn't hit the pod. That time, Joe has less height at the front. Here's the pop, and then see these back BKT tires. They just launch them into a popper. Unfortunately, has the rollover, not able to save it. But you see there the juxtaposition between those two attempts. Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, fourth place currently in the competition. El Toro Loco, a 6.481. Good enough for seventh place. Mayhem is hanging on at the top spot in the skills competition.
Right now, I'm joined by Shane. He's your crew chief of Classroom Crusher, and we're seeing that Camden has had some trouble on the track. Unfortunately, we just sort of are at the mercy of our Monster Jam trucks. What's going on? It seems like a pretty quick fix for you and your team.
For here, what we just did the rear steer motor. He was having some problems with the rear steer, just reacting a little slow, going out, making turns, or just kind of hanging up. So when we got it back here, we tested the rear steer, looked at it. The motor's a little weak, so go ahead and throw another one on there. Had him out for skills, and now going to get him done, get him ready for freestyle.
And if you don't mind just showing our fans exactly where that is and where you were able to replace that, just a point will do. And we're going to go ahead, put that Lexan back on. But if you'll just point to it one more time for our fans here. Right behind that Lexan and right behind those stickers. But, you know, there was something else that's really important to you and Camden and really important to being able to get this truck performance ready. You mentioned the shirt on your backs right now. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, we both just randomly didn't even know it today. And here last week, this week, I think I'm going to try to make it a thing, but just have a shirt on underneath that kind of supports either Monster Jam or Classroom Crusher itself. And we didn't even know it, but we both dressed the same, and we're both wearing the Big Air, Big Hope shirt.
We love to see it. Monster Jam fans, don't forget that you also can donate to St. Jude. Make sure you're doing that as well to be able to be a partner with Monster Jam. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for Team Classroom Crusher.
You see a lot of action going on behind the scenes, but coming up next, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Tristan took the most skills competition victories last year on Stadium Championship Series West. Has kind of had a slow start this year, but did get his first skills win last week. So get him back into a groove. Can he do it once again here in Arlington? I see thumbs up from him, and he's ready to go. Tristan pulls off the popper, first part of his attempt. He's gonna moonwalk it backwards.
Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Head on over to judgeszone.com.
Tristan England, JCB Digatron says howdy. He let him marinate there for a bit. Yes, chef. Savor the flavor, Xavier. Bon appetit, Pete. In the kitchen, Tristan. He's cooking up out on the track. Gonna take a look at that super glue, glued to the action replay. Just a popper, and then he's gonna move it just a bit forward and then throws it backwards into a moonwalk across the pod. And of course, with this being Monster Jam, says, you know what, let me just add a little bit of chaos here at the end. Throws it down into a nose pick. Scores are locked, and the score for Tristan England, JCB Digatron is taking the lead, 8.751. He's now the leader moving forward in the event. Down goes Mayhem to the second spot, and Tristan is now the driver to beat JCB Digatron. Competing since 2014, Colt Stevens, Thunder Roris. Thunder Roris, he's lining up for a bicycle. He's going to try to pop those tires onto the side. So let's see if he can pull it off, Arlington. One side to the other, yes!
Can you hear the roar, Arlington? Colt Stevens, Thunderoris. Submit your scores now, judgeszone.com.
Colt Stevens pulls off the sidewall, or excuse me, the bicycle does get into a bit of a sidewall. Didn't have many rotations, went one side to the other. And this is interesting. This has a chance, and he hangs out the window saying, "What up to the people?" Take a look at the super glue. Glued to the action replay. You see beautiful bicycle, one side to the other. Gets a little iffy, but puts it down safe. Score to beat. That 8.751 JCB Digatron. And the score for Thunderoris is not enough. 8.398. But just about even between the expert score and the fan score. Colt Stevens, good enough for second place. That man said, what? But we still have more competitors remaining in the competition. Getting back into the action. Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. And now Jamie Sullivan just taking her time on the first attempt. She lines up on the ramp, and here she goes. We see the popper holding it steady, inching forward. Do we see a moonwalk with this? Still holding it steady.
Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. Submit your scores now. Head on over to judgeszone.com.
There you go, Jamie. Pulling off a great attempt. Definitely her best skills run so far this series. She's looking comfortable out there. You see on the Glued to the Action replay. Holds that move. Plenty of time holding that move steady. Technical driver is picture perfect. Is it enough to take the top spot? 8.751, the score to beat, and the score for Sparkle Smash is 7.874, which means that your winner in the Skills Challenge is Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Gets his second competition victory in the skills competition. He did it last week and does it here this week in his home stadium. Let's talk to the man out on the track.
Tristan, this is huge. You've got your family in the stands. You're here at AT&T Stadium. Were you able to drive from home here today? I know that this has just been a dream for you. Here you are winning skills yet again, something these fans just are on the edge of their seats watching you for. Talk to us about what this moment means when you take it in.
Man, guys, this is our life, man. We come out here to entertain you Monster Jam fans, and I'll say it every single time I'm here because I'm proud of it. I've hung the plastic and the banners in this building. I've come in here and I've built the ramps with a dirt squad, and now I get to entertain you Monster Jam fans behind the Monster Jam truck. Are you kidding me? This is a dream come true, and every time I get to set foot on the Cowboy Stadium, man, in Jerry's world, I feel 10 feet tall. So thank you, Monster Jam fans, for making me feel that way. But it's you guys that push us. You push the envelope. If you want to see something crazy and wild tonight, I need a little taste, Arlington. Let me hear you get loud.
Well, there is so much more to come for freestyle, but if you want to take a look here on the video board, you're here on the track, but there is your family there in the stands. You know what, now we're going into freestyle. Talk to us about what it means to have them up there here to be able to watch you.
Man, all I need is for that Monster Jam truck to stay together for 2 whole minutes. so I can not only entertain that little guy that's watching me and all my friends and family because we're 2 hours away, but my dad even went to Arlington Martin High right here and graduated. You guys in Arlington are the best fans. Texas knows how to get it done, and I'm a proud Texan. But man, I got one more question for you guys, Arlington. Can you dig it? Woo! In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
We have reached the pinnacle of tonight's event. Arlington, this is Monster Jam Freestyle.
Adam launching it on that maneuver. He's all over this track halfway through this run. Adding more to it. Goes for distance. Can he get it down? Yes. Gets a little bit dicey there. Able to save it. Down to the 40-second mark. He's going to need some more wow factor. Another little pop coming off of the ramp, and he slows it down. Is he going to do it? The Morgan and Morgan. Backflip. Puts it down. 25 seconds. Give it to him, Adam. Completely vertical. Lands on the halo of that truck.
Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. Submit your scores now, judgeszone.com.
Adam Anderson. That is how you start a freestyle run. A little bit of everything. One headlight on, it says it does not matter. Colt Stevens went first last week, and he walked away with the victory. Does Adam do that this week? That was a fantastic run. Score for Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, is, that's a good score. 9.041. You see there, glued to the action replay, Morgan and Morgan backflip. He went flying, almost vertical, coming off with the pop. And that is how you set the tone here in Arlington. But coming up next, 2023 Breakout Driver of the Year, Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. Gets a little dicey right there for Camden Murphy. Just a little bit over halfway through this run, or excuse me, just a little bit remaining. Now he's halfway through, 60-second mark, Camden. He's gonna need to turn it on right here to give himself a chance in this competition. Slowing it down, I think this is where we're about to see him take it to the next level. Lining it up, Morgan to Morgan. Backflip, moonwalk combination, 30 seconds. Oh, takes a tumble. Camden just puts it down after a save. He can still continue this run. Clock is paused, 24 seconds. Scoring is open. You see there on the video board, a broken forelink is what I'm being told. He is done in that run, but what a way to bounce back. And a front drive shaft gone as well is what they're telling me. Give it up. That's how you bounce back in a competition. Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. That's how you bounce back. Just a little bit of frustration coming through for Camden. He's been battling that truck all night long. It continues here in freestyle. More breakage for Camden. Go to the action replay coming up on the board. And after that Morgan and Morgan backflip, he just had a tremendous save. One of the most technical drivers in the sport, often regarded as one of the best racing drivers as well. He's also a driver for NASCAR. Call a Monster Jam Cam in the world of NASCAR as well. You see him out there on the track. And here's the save. Scores are locked. Score to beat 9.041. And the score for Monster Jam Cam is 8.393. Good enough for second place in this competition. Camden Murphy walking off in frustration, but he still put on a freestyle run for y'all. Give it up, the man from Itasca, Illinois, Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. Another leaderboard update for you on the St. Jude donations. You see here on the screen, 35% has been going to Gravedigger. If you'd still like to make a donation to St. Jude and help us in the fight to end childhood cancer, you can be a part of that by scanning the QR code and making a donation. Even $1 helps. We've been going to every city. As I said, Indianapolis has raised the most amount. Of all cities, we can still raise more here in Arlington. But you hear the engine revving. That means that we're ready to get back to the action on the track. No guts, no glory. Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Solid air there from Mikey. Parks going flying on the track. Got a bit of a yard sale. $60 seconds on the clock for Mike Pagliarulo. He's going to need it more. There it is. $45 seconds on the clock for Excalibur. hits you with the donuts. 30 seconds on the clock. What else you got for us, Mike? Smoke coming from the truck. Can he continue the run? He says, let's keep it going. Morgan to Morgan backflip, moonwalk combination, 15 on the clock, launching it. Down to 10 seconds. What else you got for us, Excalibur?
Are you kidding me? Mike Pagliarulo! Excalibur! Submit your scores. You know what to do.
Mike Pagliarulo! Someone call a doctor! This man is sick! Oh, on Valentine's Day, that was a run of pure love. All he was missing was the chocolate, the flowers, and the teddy bear, but he left it on the track. That was beautiful. Trying to take out a score 9.041. And the score for Excalibur is... Put him at the top! 9.299. The entire crew was on their feet. He's dancing. Don't stop dancing, Mike. You're on camera. Show them the dance moves, baby. What you got? No guts, no glory. Let's take a look at the Glued to the Action replay, because that had a little bit of everything for that. Let's show it to you, Arlington. Hitting some nice pops here. Coming off, the skin was shedding like a cicada out there on the track. Parts were flying, parts were moving. I want to get to this. He says, let me cook up a little bit of baker's dozen for you with the donuts. Morgan to Morgan backflip. The smoke's coming out. Said it might be done with his run, and he was done. At the end, he said, hold on, let me get a little bit technical for you. I'm leaning and I'm meaning that I'm out here to do business. Holds it steady. Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Stop it. Can't stop that man. You can only hope to contain him.
They win. Monster Jam fans, I just drove 1,500 miles from California all the way to Arlington, Texas, where I was raised, to introduce to you the one and only, a man that needs no introduction. Your 2017 Double Down Showdown Racing Champion, your multi-time arena and stadium racing champion, your two-time World Finals Racing Champion, Arlington, Texas. Get on your feet for my son.
This is my daddy, and this is Tristan England, JCB Digatron.
Oh, Tristan gets technical as well. Just slows it down with a skills move. Beautiful slap wheelie getting down to halfway through this run. Tristan has shown off the technical moves. He's going to have to turn this on to give himself a chance. Let's go ahead. Let's flip. Morgan to Morgan backflip. Moonwalk combination, 47 seconds. Sends it.
Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Really left it all out on the track there. Submit your scores now.
Tristan England, JCB Digatron. I know that he's frustrated. He goes for the big air. Breakage on that track. A little bit frustrated. Throws up his hands, but nevertheless, Tristan has came out and delivered here. How important on this day to do it in front of your family. You're 2 hours from your hometown, Paris, Texas, and a huge Cowboys fan. He's been able to come out here and just put on an event. I'm standing by with his dad. We'll talk to him in just a second. The score coming up for JCB Digatron is 8.570. Still a great score there for Tristan. Just left a lot of time on the clock. I believe he was at the 40-second mark there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Super Glue to the action replay. There was a lot to like, and unfortunately leaves over 40 seconds on it. Beautiful pop coming here on the pod. Showed you the technical moves. Always like some skills moves and freestyle. Morgan to Morgan backflip into the moonwalk combination. Throws it backwards with a little bit of reverse right here. And just unfortunately, I think this is where the damage occurs. You see it all just go south for him right here off of that run. And that's the JCB Dirt Squad. That's the one that they take off all the trucks here on the track. So shouts out to the JCB Dirt Squad for keeping our competitions going, as well as our USHRA safety officials. Standing by with his dad real quick. I just want to talk to you just really quickly. I mean, what are you feeling about Tristan coming out here just delivering today? It must be cool to watch your son do this in your hometown.
Yeah, man, it was always good till it wasn't. Every time when you come to the hometown, you want to go super, super big, and it always bites you, man. It's rare that you can show out. Last October, he nailed it. It won their overall. But I tell you what, that's second-generation driver. This guy right here, this is the third generation, Mr. Crash. He's going to be out here killing it for all you fans one day. Put your hands together. This is the future right here, baby.
Second generation driver. Yeah, we got Crash in the house. Of course, we got Pops in the house. We got Tristan on the board. We're still clearing out that track down there. Arlington, you guys have been bringing the energy. Are you guys having a good time? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If you're having a good time, let me hear you say, oh, yeah. If you're having a good time, let me hear you say, oh, yeah. If you want some more Monster Jam, let me hear you make some noise. Mr. Excitement, Jim Kohler, Avenger. Oh, Jim Kohler gets into some trouble, breakage, and unfortunately now he has the rollover. 1 point deduction will be added to his time since he did not complete a minute of his run, so he will still qualify for a score. Scoring is open. You know what to do, judgeszone.com. And unfortunately, you see there the truck just in shambles, some breakage there on the track. Lindsay, I don't know if you're standing by, but there's a lot going on out here. We'll have an update from Lindsay here shortly, what she is said, kind of keeping us all on her toes. These are live events. All right, Lindsay, I think we got you. What's going on back there?
Sorry about that, Ray. It's so exciting down here, over here in crew seating. There is so much excitement, being the fact that we've had so many wow moments already on the track, but disappointing there for Jim Kohler in Avenger, who of course does lose a point there towards that scoring, but he does still come out here big, but looks like that was a tie bar breakage. And, that's just something that, like I like to say, is we are truly at the mercy of our Monster Jam trucks. A little unlucky there, but they got that truck back together, so show some love for Team Scream.
Yeah, appreciate the update there, Lindsay. Yeah, as you said, they are fighting these track conditions and these trucks as well. I know they're keeping you busy behind the scenes. Let's take a look at the replay. It happened so quickly. Just wasn't able to get into the bulk of his run, and just a roll over and the broken forelink. You see that part come. Another great angle as well. And big thank you to the guys upstairs keeping me updated on what's happening. They have great angles here and the cameras as well. And I told you guys that, we've been having a good time. I've been looking forward to this. I told you guys I live in Austin, Texas. I'm a Texas boy, so I want to know, do we have any Baylor fans in the house? Any Baylor fans in the house? I want to know where you're from. Baylor, make some noise. A few of you guys. What about SMU? SMU fans in the house. We got some of y'all? Texas A&M Aggies. Are y'all in the house? Okay. Texas Tech, where y'all at? Oh, man, that was pretty loud there. TCU! Oh, y'all got that private school money. I see you guys. TCU, they were okay. What about the Texas Longhorns? Oh, look at that. Well, wherever you are coming from. Oh, I told you I'm from San Antonio. UTSA? We got any Road Runners in the house? Road Runners? Just 2 people. That's okay. That's all right. You see, we're all coming from all over the place. So we appreciate you being part of our Monster Jam action. Let's get back into it. Coming up next, put those fins together. Kevin Crocker. Conroe, Texas's own Megalodon. Kevin Crocker halfway through this run, 60 seconds. Hitting all the obstacles as well. Had some great height. He's going to need more energy. Give it to him, Kevin. Oh, can he save it? Can he save it? Can he save it?
Kevin Crocker in Megalodon. Submit your scores now. You know what to do.
Kevin Crocker with the rollover also had some good height during this run. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get into that Morgan and Morgan backflip. What we're seeing is a lot of these drivers are saving it for the second half of their run, and that's where they're really kicking off that big energy. Of course, it is a gamble. You see here that it doesn't pay off for Kevin. Megalodon with a rollover score coming up on the video board, a 6.758. But as I said, he is a Texas man coming from Conroe, Texas. So give it up for the Monster Jam legend competing since 2014, Kevin Crocker, Megalodon. The 11-year Monster Jam veteran, Matt Pagliarulo, Chester. Matt Pagliarulo lining it up. Morgan backflip, just coming in at a wonky angle. He's going to line up again. Huge Morgan backflip, and damage is done.
Matt Pagliarulo in Jester. Submit your scores now, judgeszone.com.
Matt Pagliarulo, Jester, making the way out of the truck. And you saw Mikey there on this screen. Mike Pagliarulo holds the lead with a 9.299. Some serious breakage there for Matt Pagliarulo. Give it up for that man from Osteen, Florida. I love the story for this man. Started as a Monster Jam super fan. Grew up watching the events, going to events, and then he said, you know what, I want to try to drive. Started his own Monster Jam truck, and now you see Mike Pagliarulo. He has Nick Pagliarulo. He has his daughter driving as well, his whole family, all a part of Monster Jam. And it looks like Mike's trying to bring some energy. Try it again. What you got, Matt? There it is. Oh, he's trying to get the wave going. I see you, Matt. Let's try it one more time. You're on screen, Matt. You want to try it one more? He says no. Oh, he's done. Let's go and take a look at the leaderboard. Just trying to give the man his moment. 9.299 leads all drivers. That is Excalibur. Adam Anderson with a 9.041 is in second place currently in this competition. Tristan England in third place with an 8.570. Let's get back to the action. Monster Jam Freestyle. Has one competition victory on the evening. He has a chance for the top spot. Can he do it? Chris Kohler, Mayhem. Big hit there from Chris Kohler, Mayhem. Some more big air. Oh, he lands it halfway through this run. Great slap, Willie. 40 seconds on the clock. What you got first, Chris? Hood goes flying, truck still running, 25 seconds. Oh, this is gonna be close. Arlington, will he be able to pull off a, oh, he's switching it up. He's going for the 8-pack. Morgan to Morgan backflip.
Chris Kohler in Mayhem. Submit your scores now, judgeszone.com.
Oh, I'm frustrated for Chris. Oh, I'm frustrated for Chris on that one. He went for the 8-pack instead of using the backflip ramp. Now, if you look in that end zone, you do see Jester is blocking one side of the ramp, so maybe Chris said, I'm going to go for it on this side. He's had himself one of the best events as he's had so far this series. Still has a chance to take the overall event win, but we'll see how this plays out. Score coming up on the board for Mayhem is a 7.888 fan score, lower than the expert score in that scenario. That puts him in 5th place in this competition. Has had himself one heck of a night. Give it up, Chris Kohler, Mayhem. We have another event going on tonight. This is actually in Houston, Texas. They're having their event about 2.5 hours away. This is your first competition, JCB Racing. And you just come down here towards the end. Zach Garner, Ryan Anderson battling it out, but Ryan Anderson takes the racing win. And then we also have highlights here from the skills. That's called a maximum moonwalk, or excuse me, it's called a tombstone. Just testing my Monster Jam knowledge. A very difficult move to pull off, and Zach Garner just doing it. Making it look easy out there on the track. A second-generation driver taking on another second-generation driver right there. A rebound popper with his back tires bouncing up, back on the front two. Just great moves. That is going on there in Houston, Texas. We'll try to have some more updates for you on what's going on in freestyle. Of course, we do have a great competition going on here. Mike Pagliarulo has been able to hold that lead. 9.299 leads all drivers. Adam Anderson in second. Tristan England still holds on to that 3rd place spot. Camden Murphy in 4th, and Chris Kohler in Mayhem. And you see here on that board, we do have a tie for 1st place currently. That is JCB Digatron and Mayhem, each with 22 points. Now, where this really factors in for Chris is that since Tristan had the higher score in freestyle, he has the tiebreaker. So if it does come down to a tie, Tristan England, JCB Digatron will walk away with the victory. But you see Chris out there on the track. The hair's looking great, flowing back. Give it up for Chris Kohler. On the track, had yourself an event, buddy. It was awesome. Monster Jam trucks are built by JCB. Dig deeper, lift higher, move more with the official heavy equipment partner of Monster Jam. It's JCB. Also, thank you once again for your donations to St. Jude. You see that Adam Anderson is officially your St. Jude ambassador of the event. Your donations were all made on behalf of Gravedigger, so thank you so much. And Adam Anderson walks away as your St. Jude ambassador of the event. We still have more Monster Jam action coming your way, clearing the track. But for this next driver, we need a big favor. You know, like a trucker horn whenever you're driving down the highway? She asked if you could all do that for her. Yeah, I see some of you guys. So whenever she hits this track, I need you to pull off that trucker horn and give it up for the international superstar paving the way in Monster Jam for the ladies and for all the mothers. Give it up, Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer! big air into a slap wheelie. Oh, gets a little dicey, but able to save it halfway through this run, 60 seconds. "40 seconds on the clock. Cynthia slowing it down. I think you know what it means. The Morgan and Morgan backflip. She pulls it off, under 30 seconds on the run. Keep it going, Cynthia. Oh, get a save, yes! Oh, getting down to the 5-second mark. Can she get another move in? It's ticking down. Tick, 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 tick.
Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. 20 seconds to submit your scores.
Cynthia Gauthier came out to play. Merci. Bonjour. All that and more. That was sick. Cynthia had a heck of a run, and this has a chance. And oh, I think she's showing it. I know what you're doing, Cynthia. Show it to him. Show it to him, Cynthia. Oh, I saw it immediately. Oh, man. Score to beat a 9.299, and the score for Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer is not enough to get it done. 8.939, expert score 8.6, fan score 9.2. But man, she did so much during that run. She went flying. Throw some wings on Lucas Stabilizer. She was up in the air for a while. Morgan and Morgan backflip. Foregoes the 8-pack. I thought that she was going to go for that. And then here it is, just some big hang time. It was nice. Mike Pagliarillo, 9.299. Still leads all the drivers, but it's time to hit the gas. Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. All right, let's go Sparkle Smash. Halfway through the run, you know what it is, 60 seconds on the clock. Jamie using all the obstacles, but needs to give herself a chance. She needs some big air. Let's go, Jamie. 45 seconds, gets vertical. Jamie slowing it down, under 30 seconds, going for the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Let's go. 20 seconds on the clock. Give me some air, Jamie.
Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. 20 seconds to submit your scores.
Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, her crew chief crawdad looking on. Jamie also just using all of the time, using all the obstacles, and a tremendous run for her. I also want to say this, she also gave everybody on the staff some Valentine's Day goodie bags. She made them herself. So, on the count of 3, we're all going to yell Happy Valentine's Day. 1, 2, 3! Scores locked to 8.179. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the replays here. Super glue to the action replay. And here you have it. Jamie Sullivan coming out with a bang, just putting on a show. Confetti goes flying. After that, continuing through the run, get some nice air. Hits you with the Morgan and Morgan backflip. And a whole lot to like throughout that entire thing. Let's hear it one more time for Jamie Sullivan. Sparkle Smash. Can anyone take out Mike Pagliarulo? He just has been in the hot seat watching all of the competitors. 9.299. But coming up next, this truck is celebrating 25 years. Joe Foley. El Toro Loco. Just goes everywhere. Yard sale. Joe. Unfortunately, he will not qualify for a score. He did not fill at least 30 seconds of that run, but while he was out there on the track, I mean, it was a whole lot of fun to watch. Parts went everywhere, does not qualify for a score, unfortunately. But as I said, celebrating 25 years of El Toro Loco. Give it up for Joe Foley, El Toro Loco. Gonna take a second here to clear the track. Let's go and take a look at the super glue to the action replay. Came out with the smoke flaring. And right here, I was like, oh, that body's not going to hold on. He says, just let me, you know what? Let me get the rest of this off of me. Boom! He all goes everywhere, just exploding, and then just gets himself into a sticky situation. Tried to get some grip and traction to put it back down. It just had the roll over. 9.299 leads all those drivers. But someone who had a great run was Cynthia Gauthier. Lindsay, I want to talk to Cynthia. Who you got?
Thanks so much. Right over here, I've got Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. What an amazing run it was out there. And you're not out here always trying to, of course, get that top spot, but it's so much more than that. You're hoping to earn a spot eventually at the World Finals in Salt Lake City, Utah. What was going through your mind with all that big air?
You know what? We are the first one to get the high jump competition at the Monster Jam World Final. And I did not qualify last year. And I was like, this is not happening this year. I want to qualify. I'm going to go big because everything's bigger in Texas, right? Woo!
And of course, you're repping the Dallas Cowboys on your shirt. These fans went absolutely wild. Could you hear them out there?
Yes, you know, I'm a mom. I'm here doing my Monster Jam career and show to all the girls that we can do it too. We're awesome. Is there some ladies in the house?
Cynthia Gauthier and Jamie Sullivan representing the ladies in the competition. Monster Jam, the only sport where men and women compete in the same competitions on the same tracks, and that's what makes it so special to watch. You're doing tremendous things. Mike Pagliarulo, 9.299, has remained your leader. But coming up next, your final competitor, Houston, Texas' own Colt Stevens, Thunderoris. Got his kids and wife watching along on the screen as well as his family. A lot riding here for Colt. If anyone can steal the lead, it's this man. Thunderoris getting ready to hit the track. Let's do it. 60 seconds on the clock for Colt Stevens. Colt using all the track, slows it down with a skills move. 50 seconds on the clock. He's going to need some big movements here to give himself a chance against Mike Pagliarulo. Colt, oh, I think he's bringing it around. Morgan and Morgan. Backflip! Huge backflip. Still time in this run. 30 seconds. Turn it on, Cole. Big air goes bouncing. 25 seconds remaining. What else can you run to it? Oh, get a save, get a save, get a save, get a save, Colt, get a save, Colt!
Colt Stevens, Thunderoris. Head on over to judgeszone.com, submit your scores.
Colt Stevens, Thunderoris, 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Thought he would have been able to save that. Unfortunately, not able to get back on all four BKT tires. Had some big air. I know they have another event going on in Houston, but they're launching rockets tonight here in Dallas. People were flying on the track. They just really brought it. Fortunately, I don't think this is enough to get it done. Score coming up for Colt Stevens. Thunderoris is 8.526, which means that your winner and Monster Jam Freestyle is Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. We got to get Mikey on the microphone. Mike takes a freestyle victory. Just a great run. And I have all these people in my path, not able to see if he's even in position yet to talk to. So I'm going to go ahead and let Lindsay take it over whenever y'all are ready down there. But Mike Pagliarulo walks away with a freestyle victory and did it in grand fashion. And there he is coming out from the back, Mike Pagliarulo. Family celebrating with him. Confetti's flying for him. Mom's hugging him, sister's hugging him. Second generation driver, youngest driver in the field, 21 years old. And there he is. We got the microphone ready. Let's talk to Mike.
Thanks, Ray. You know, standing with you while you're getting water poured on you and all these fans, all your family, all your friends just celebrating you. It's starting to become kind of a habit. Here you get it, another freestyle win. But your mom surprised you, your sister surprised you, almost your entire family here with you to celebrate.
You know, it's amazing. You know, I was surprised that my mom and my sister was here. So, you know, you just had to go harder, you know. Arlington's amazing. The fans are amazing. You just had to go harder. And I'm tired of losing, all right? I'm tired of it. I want to win, so I won. Hey, hold on. I just want to say congratulations to Nick Pagliarulo and Alex Pagliarulo. They're married, baby. Woo!
Well, Mike Pegliarulo walks away with a freestyle win, but your BKT overall event champion does it? Tristan England, JCB Digatron gets the victory. Water's flying, cowboy hat in hand, and Tristan does it in front of his family. He does it in his home stadium. Celebrations all around, and we got to talk to him one more time. Trophies in hand. Lindsay, what's up with Tristan?
A well-deserved win here at AT&T Stadium. You are going home with the gold tier BKT overall event championship at AT&T Stadium with your family in the stands. Talk to us about what this moment means for you. How did you earn this here today?
Man, I learned it from being consistent, but it was everything that I've honed over the years, from being a fan, sitting in the stands, watching these trucks and how they run, watching Adam's dad, Dennis, watching one of the legends, Tom Mentz, and then watching another legend, a still living legend, my father, Shane England. He taught me everything mechanically about these trucks, and that made me such more of a better driver, competitor, to come out here for you Monster Jam fans. I didn't get to do what I wanted to in that freestyle, let me tell y'all what, but I had a good time. And like I was telling y'all, it's Valentine's Day. I hope everybody had a great time with their loved ones, because I know I did. Babe, you buying dinner? I'm just kidding. Dinner's on me, guys. I love y'all. Digatron. And hey, let me say something to Gravedigger real quick. He said something last week, rubbed me the wrong way. You think you're the real diggers. Let me tell you what, Gravedigger. 80 years of JCB, man. We're not stopping. If it matters to our customers, it matters to us. Get out there to JCB. South Star, y'all fitted us out with all this equipment this weekend to make these jumps what they are. Go see them off of 121 in Louisville. Thank you, Monster Jam fans. I love you guys. I'll see y'all on the next one.
Congratulations to Tristan England. JCB Digatron walks away with the BKT overall event win. Eliza, I had a good time. How about you?
Ray, I had a great time, and I'm having an even better time now because dinner's on Tristan. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I heard that too. Love the hair. One more time, respects to the hair. It looked great.
Thank you. Nice coif today.
Oh, thank you. The coif's going. Well, you know what? That'll do it for Monster Jam. We will see you next year. Please be safe on your way home. On the way out, stop by the merch stands, pick up the latest Monster Jam Spin Master. We got Bailey Circuit on there. We will see you next time. Texas, good night. Be safe. And that was Monster Jam.
The keys in the ignition, so drivers fire your engines. It's a battle to the end. Never give up, no, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's ride, let's go. This is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster It's wheelies and backflips, donuts and burnouts and walk-its. Full throttle, head to head. You be the judge of which truck's gonna win. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster When I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. Yeah, when I say monster, you say jam. Monster.